Facebook, we have YouTube, we have all sorts of places. I am joined by two wonderful, wonderful people and crochet designers because we are Studio Crochet. And we are going to chat incessantly, probably, about crochet to you, because hopefully that's what you're here for. Everyone loves Crochet Hey. And we have launched a magazine this week. We are so excited about it. But first of all, we're going to tell you who we are, what our individual businesses are, and then how we've come together as Studio Crochet. So Sarah, do you want to go first?
Yes, sure. So my name is Sarah and my crochet name is Ned and Mimi, and that's where you can find me on all the places. So my blog is nedandmimi.com and I'm Ned and Mimi everywhere else. So I have been crocheting for a long time. I won't give away my age, but I was 8 or 9 when I started. And I have been designing for about 3 or 4 years and full-time since around this time last year, actually. So I'm coming up on my 1-year anniversary of being a full-time crochet designer, which is just amazing and unbelievable. And I just feel so lucky that I get to play with yarn as my job now.
Oh, Sarah, I thought it was longer than that, that you've been full-time.
No, just since last year. Yeah.
Honestly, it feels so much longer than that, doesn't it? Yeah. And then the lovely Raylyn.
Hi, I'm Raylyn, and I am the face behind Itchin' for Some Stitchin'. I too have been crocheting for quite some time, and I definitely don't want to date myself on that. But full-time design has really only been probably the last couple of years. Although, design actually, I think, kind of takes a little bit of practice, especially to like really kind of get down like how to write everything out and, get the pattern testing right and all that sort of stuff. So I would say that I've probably been much better at it in the last year or so. And I found when I really started out, I actually started out doing this as a hobby, and I just sort of fell into crochet design and I just fell in love with it, and I'm just going to keep going on.
Yay. Oh, mine's so similar. So my story is kind of an amalgamation of the two of you guys. I haven't been doing it for all that long, actually. I started like in my early 20s. No, because I'm much older than that now. Hang on. Mid-20s, yeah. And I started designing like literally as soon as I picked up my hook. I just can't follow instructions. So I started designing and did stuff for magazines for years and years and years. And then about 2 years ago, decided to go full time. And so I'm hand down crochet all over everywhere that you want to find me. And then I had the absolute pleasure of meeting these two lovely ladies. Last year, wasn't it? We started properly working together and doing events together. And we do regular blog hops, don't we? Which I'm sure everyone has seen us posting on all of our places about. But we're now on our 3rd issue of Studio Crochet magazine. And I'm going to put the link in the chat here for everyone to see, and I'll pop that up on the side there. We've already got someone, we've got Cheryl saying hello to us. Oh, I don't know how to work with technology. There we are, that worked. We decided that we wanted to put stuff together, didn't we, with a theme around it, and to give some really kind of luxurious, lovely makeable garments and accessories and articles in their tutorial. Like, we literally wanted to throw all of our ideas into one place, didn't we? And give people somewhere to have, I don't know, somewhere to belong with us, because we all have a very similar aesthetic, don't we? And we love colours, we love textures, we love all that kind of stuff. And so I can't remember now, what were the names of our 1st issue and 2nd issue?
So our 1st issue was luxury, and our 2nd issue was lace.
Oh, lace,
we did
yes.
An entire issue on lace crochet, and it was lovely, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. And both of those are still available now, aren't they? So if you go to the link there, not only can you get this issue 3, but you can also get the other 2 issues as well if you've missed out on them. And we thought we'd just chat about the designs that we have. So we've got 7 designs, haven't we, in this issue. We've got lots of tutorials and lots of articles and bits and pieces. But Raylyn, do you want to start first? Because you're wearing one of your designs, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Your beautiful beret. I'm going to share the screen so everyone can see like the pictures as well. Let's go down. Where is it? There we are.
There it is.
Can you see it?
Yes. Yay. So it looks much better on my model, who is one of my daughters, by the way, and she does an absolutely fantastic job. I just love her photos. But this is the Capriana beret. And when I decided to do this, I actually love hats. I love berets, beanies, any hats that you want. I don't actually think that I look fantastic in them, but I actually love them and I wish I looked really good in them. And I've been wanting to make a beret for a really long time. I hadn't actually intended to start out with a lacy beret, but I did. I kind of started in the center, and this one's kind of dark, so I have two of them here. This is the second one that I've made, and I hope you guys can see it, but I kind of started out just making a lace design in the middle, and it literally actually starts out more of like a hexagon, and then I worked it and shaped it so that it was much more circular. And I think that this is a really great one. It's a great transitional piece because it's not really heavy on your head, but it adds a lot of style. It adds a lot of class to almost any outfit. You know, my daughter wears this with jeans and a t-shirt, but she also can wear it with, like, she puts on like a nice little skirt and a nice top. And it's just a nice, cool way to dress up any outfit any time of year.
Yeah. Berets don't suit me at all. Like, I'm the same as you, Raylene. I love hats, but I like just berets. Just, I don't know. Maybe I should try it now. I've got longer hair again, but I've just never found they suit me.
You'll look fabulous. Try the beret. I'm sure you'll look amazing in it. I actually love them. I love to see pictures of people wearing berets and even different hats because they're so cute. But then I put them on and I'm like, I don't know if hats really suit me, but they look great on my daughters. So I got to make them.
I think it suits you, but don't you think that's the thing about, like, you? We've talked about this before, haven't we? The three of us, like, you see yourself so differently, don't you, to how other people do? And like, I think like one of my missions with crochet is to get people like making stuff that they really, really want to wear, and to be like, if you make it and you're so proud of it, then you should blooming well wear it, shouldn't you?
You know, I think you're absolutely right. And that's actually an issue that I have, is because the reason I am actually wearing the beret and not my sweater is that I don't make anything for myself. I make everything for my daughters, who are, of course, a different size. So I don't actually fit into anything except for a hat. Like, it's the only thing that I can fit in. So when we were deciding to do this live today, it was the only one of my creations that I could actually wear. But that's exactly what you said. It's really hard to, I think, make for yourself. You're so busy trying to figure out what other people would like to wear, and you don't often make anything for yourself.
Yeah. So shall we do your sweater then? Talking about your beautiful sweater there. Does that work?
Can. I don't fit it. It is right here. I hope you guys can see it. This is the Veruca two-tone sweater, and I don't know why, but I think sweaters always look much bigger on camera than what they actually are. This is actually really small. And the concept behind this one was actually, you know what? I get my inspiration from lots of different places, but it actually turned out with this one, there was something that actually popped up in my email, and it was like a fashion thing. You know, I hear you get like lots of spam. I don't know if you guys do, but I get hundreds of spam. And I had signed up for something, and there was this like blousey thing in there and all these like different tones. And I thought, wow, you know, that would look really great on my daughter, Katie. And I thought, okay, maybe I can try to like take that idea and, you know, morph it into something crochet related. And that kind of is how this one started. And I really like the yarn choice that I actually picked out for this one. This one was Swish from We Crochet. And it's a medium 4, and it's 100% merino wool. And the reason I'm bringing that up is because the drape on this is actually amazing. Like, it, when she wears it, it just fits perfectly. It has the exact drape that I had in my mind. And so if you are going to make this, I do highly recommend that. The Swish, the 100% merino, because it will give you the absolute perfect drape that I had envisioned when you make this sweater. So that is my second design.
Oh, they're both amazing. I love all of your designs, William, but especially those. And I've just realised that on the bottom of the screen there, I may as well scroll and show. This is what we are doing for our launch week. We are offering a very special $30 gift voucher, so $10 from each of our stores, for anyone that decides to purchase the issue up until the end of Sunday. That's the 14th, isn't it?
Yes.
So that's our special launch treat to you, if you decide to purchase. And then, so let's scroll back up. Oh, there's Sarah. That's you.
That's me. Okay, let's start with the cowl then. So this cowl, I don't really like wearing scarves because I just find I don't know what to do with the ends of them, and I'm really short. So whenever I buy a scarf, or I often make a scarf, it's just too long, and I'm kind of just trying to stuff it into my coat or something. So I really like cowls. But I'm also a very cold person, and I like neckwear, especially in the winter, to be nice and snug. So I wanted to design something that I could wrap up like really nice and tight. And the way that I decided to do that with this cowl was to add the buttons. So the cowl is just the easiest make ever. It's a rectangle, and then add the buttons and some very simple buttonholes as you're crocheting it, and then it just wraps up so nice and snug. And I absolutely love it. So the yarn that I used was Line Brand Heartland, and it's worsted weight yarn, premium acrylic, and it's lovely and soft. And definitely, I think for anyone that kind of finds wool itchy or has any allergies to wool or anything, finding a really, really good, soft, premium acrylic that you love the feel of is my go-to. And I know a lot of people, maybe not a lot of people, some people don't love acrylic, but certainly for things I think that are worn very close to the skin, it can be a really good choice. If you
and the colours are lovely, aren't they, as well? There's like, because I made a version of one of my tops in the Heartland, and this is like and they're kind of like tweedy colours, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They're kind of marled or something. There's like a little bit of depth there. And the good thing about acrylic is it can be dyed literally any colour imaginable. So yeah, whatever yarn you choose, you can find something.
I haven't washed this yet, but I imagine it washes quite well.
Yeah, I haven't washed mine yet either, actually. Yeah, but I would imagine it would. Yeah.
Yeah, a scarf or a cowl. Mine always get a bit mucky and stuff around my makeup, like your chin and stuff. So yeah, I love yarn. And I should have said that, Raylene, shouldn't I? I should have said about your article, because Raylene has written the most amazing article. Like Sarah and I both read it and we were like, I definitely learned something.
Oh my goodness, I 100% learned.
Thank you. I appreciate
multiple things from that article. It's so good. It's so good.
In the magazine, that's the other thing that we wanted to bring to you, like our knowledge and our just stuff we know that you might find helpful or useful or interesting. And like Raylene's written this brilliant, like there's pages and pages of your article, and you said it could have been even longer. It could have
been so much longer. In fact, like one of the things Sarah just said about the acrylic yarn is that it can literally be dyed any color. That was something I actually wanted to put in there, but the article would have just gone on forever. So I had to stop it somewhere. I had to start, kind of condensing it down. So it could have been so much more. There's so much more I could put into that. But I think that people will still get a whole breadth of, about yarn and how to find the best yarn for their crochet project by reading that article.
Yeah, because I think people really struggle with that. I get asked that an awful lot of like, not just about how to choose colours of yarn, but like what fibre content, what's good for this, because lots of people start making something in completely the wrong weight of yarn or something. They're like, well, it doesn't work. And it's like, well, no, it's not going to work in that yarn. You need to look properly and research and get this kind of yarn, don't you? So yeah.
And one of the things is a lot of times, and the people, I get this a lot, I want to make your pattern, but I don't have this yarn on hand, or, you've used a luxury yarn and this is what I have. How do I determine what yarn I need to do so I can actually make your pattern and have it look like yours? Because if you choose a different yarn with a different content or a different weight, it is not going to turn out the same. Right? You should always try to get as close to the recommended yarn as possible, but this article will help you be able to kind of find a acceptable substitute.
Yeah, and we have all put substitute or alternative yarn suggestions, haven't we, with our patterns as well? I do that with all of my designs because like our audiences are just all over the world, so not everyone can get hold of the same yarns that we use. So we've done that too, haven't we? And I'm just going to put this up. I think I can work the technology. Yeah, I can. So Suzanne has said, I love the first 2 issues and you guys. That's so lovely, Suzanne.
Oh, thank you, Suzanne.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. I've had quite a few people message me saying that they're collecting them all, and that they've got a whole set now. So that's very exciting. Very exciting. Right, I'm wandering around now. Put me back on track. Sarah, where's your other beautiful design? Here we go. Or do you want to share your screen for this one? How do it?
It's okay. I can just talk through it. Yes, we are one. Yes, so unfortunately, I don't have any of my makes with me because I'm traveling at the moment, and they didn't make it into the suitcase because they're just not quite the right season for where I am right now. And I would love to have them, but unfortunately, we're just going to have to pretend for now. But I can still talk about them. They're still fresh in my mind. So my second design in the magazine is the Azalea Batwing sweater. And I decided to make this kind of a sweater because I have a lot of sweaters that shape in my wardrobe. So, you know, they're kind of like more fitted at the hips and then they kind of go outwards. And that's, I guess, where the Batwing name comes from. And they're just so comfortable. Like if I'm just mooching around the house, that is the kind of thing I want to wear. And the interesting thing about this design as well is that the size that you're going to make is actually based off the hip circumference rather than the bust, because the bust is naturally so wide because of the shape. The bust has more than enough room with all the sizes. So you kind of take your hip measurement and then start from there. And it was quite an unusual way to design for me actually, and a bit of a challenge, and I wasn't 100% sure if it would work out. But luckily I had some really amazing testers, and someday I will share all of their pictures because it's just so lovely to see people choose completely different colors. Some people did them in 2 tones, where they did like a different color on the bottom and then the puff stitches in a different color, and they just came out really well. But I was so happy and relieved when I saw the other sizes being made and they fit. And then I kind of knew the design worked. So yeah, I was very happy about that. And I think my favorite thing about this sweater is the puff stitch braid along kind of the sleeve and the neckline. And I'm not sure where I came across this stitch pattern, and I kind of started working with it. And if you're just doing all puff stitches, anyone who's done them knows like they're really thick and dense. So to kind of get around that for the sweater, in between each pair of puff stitch rows, I have some half double crochet rows, and it just kind of balances it out and gives a little bit more drape. So let me see, what else do I have to say about the sweater? Oh yes, the yarn. So I used Rico Baby Classic DK. I don't know if I said that name exactly right, but all the words are in there. Maybe. Right.
In my stash, and after I saw your sweater, I was like, oh, I need to make something with that now.
Yeah, it's lovely. I had never used it before.
Really
I had it for ages. I bought it in my yarn store in Cork here in Ireland. Yeah, and I was just waiting for something to make it with, and it's lovely. I would highly, highly recommend it for a garment because it's just so soft and it has lovely drape and it's not heavy at all. And I can't remember the composition exactly, but I think it's acrylic and nylon. But yeah, really, really lovely. And just love the color. The colorway is called Azalea, so that's where the sweater got its name. I just kept it very simple. So yeah, that's my second design.
And and your tutorial is about that.
Yes, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, so in the magazine there is a step-by-step tutorial of how to work that puff stitch braid pattern, and I also have a full video tutorial on YouTube for the sweater itself. So it just takes you through from start to finish, working the ribbing and the body of the sweater. And yeah, it's pretty handy, I think, if you're not into looking at the pattern all the time and you'd like to see something being done kind of in real time. So yeah, the videos are pretty helpful.
Lots of people like the videos now, don't they?
Yeah. Even myself, I like to have a visual of how something is going to look, because the pattern is just a lot of words really and symbols, isn't it? So it is very helpful, I think, to have some extra pictures. And actually, that's one thing I really like about our magazine too, is there are a lot of schematics and diagrams, and just I feel like all of the patterns have a really good kind of visual picture of how you're going to crochet something, which for me is like the first thing I look for before I start anything. I want to know, how is this going to be made and where do I start and where am I going to end up? So yeah, that's something I really like with all our designs too, actually.
And I think we all have videos this time, actually. As I was thinking back,
I see a lot of videos.
I think all of our designs have videos this time. So
yeah.
Woohoo!
Yeah, well, mine now has a full video. You'll be pleased to know. I told you both earlier, didn't I? So I did a video for this top. I'll talk about this next, Charlotte, my Chloe top. And only half of it uploaded to YouTube for some unknown reason. And I didn't know until some lovely person contacted me saying, I've watched it, but it doesn't end. You'd only get halfway. And I was like, no. So there's now a part 2. I've just uploaded it today, so it's all there. But you know, technology. I love technology. So yeah, so this is my Chloe tabard top, and it's called my Chloe tabard top because I designed it for my niece who's there on the screen, my niece Chloe, and she wanted like a tunic top in a mossy green colour. And as I was making it, I designed it all out, and as I was making it to be like kind of like thigh length on her. She wants to wear it on top of like leggings or just skinny jeans, and I was like, I really like that. And so I tried it on, and because I made her like an adult extra small size, which is the one I'm wearing, and I was like, I really like that, and it could work well as like a negative ease top. So that's what I turned it into. But Chloe will get this. I'm sending it home. My parents are here visiting at the moment. They live down the road from her, so they're going to take it back to her when they go home. But yeah, I had the pleasure as well of working with the beautiful yarn from Claire. So Claire King, our guest designer, we'll show you her design in a second. She also sells beautiful yarn, and so this is Merry Silk, and like I can't tell you how beautiful it is. It's worsted weight yarn, but it doesn't feel like it's not heavy. You know how sometimes worsted can even feel quite bulky and quite thick, can't it? It's not at all, and it's 80% wool and 20% silk, I believe. But it's just the most lovely olive green colour, and there's lots of others to choose from. And we mustn't forget to talk about the giveaway. I don't know if now's a good time to say that we're doing a giveaway and let people know that to go to our Instagram profiles, all 4 of us, so Claire included, and the 3 of us, and you can enter to win. If you're in the UK, you can win a kit. That's the first prize to make this top, and you also get a copy of the magazine. And there are 3 other prizes of a copy of the magazine, so obviously that's worldwide. Anyone can get that, and that's running until Thursday. Am I right?
That's correct. Yes.
Thursday night. Yeah.
Running until Thursday, so make sure you go and enter the giveaway over on Instagram. Anyway, I've gone completely off piece there, haven't I? So the top is made vertically and all in one piece. So you do a massively long strip, and then you do a back and a front, and you leave a hole for your neck, and then you do a massive long strip and join it the other side. So the only seams you need to do is literally whip up the sides. There's no shoulder seams, because I have like an aversion to shoulder seams. I feel like they make my arms look really wider than I'd like them to look. So anything I can do to avoid shoulder seams, I will. And it's got some shaping on the armholes as well. And there's an optional tie. I literally throw the kitchen sink at most of my designs because I'm so indecisive. I can never decide how I would want to wear them. So I just give lots and lots of options. And it's so nice, isn't it? Like you said, Sarah, when testers then make it their own and you're like, oh, it looks so good with it, you know, that length or that size or... and my article in the magazine is about ease, positive and negative ease. And I've got, as you can probably see there on the screen, when Chloe wears it, obviously it looks a lot bigger on her. It's exactly the same top, but it has positive ease on her and negative ease on me. And then I've got another size that I have made, and I show you that on me too, just to show how, like, because choosing the right size of garment to make is like absolutely crucial, isn't it? Like, I think people really underestimate how crucial that is. Like, yes, it's great to do a gauge swatch, and of course you absolutely should, but unless you pick the right size to make, if you make the wrong size, it won't look right anyway. So yeah, and I've put that a bit better in words, I think, in my article than I have said it there. But that's in the magazine too. And there's 2 people saying congratulations, you're awesome. Oh, thank you, and evening, ladies. So this system doesn't tell us your name, it just tells us that you're on Facebook. So if you tell us who you are, because we might recognize you from our groups, let us know who you are. And then the other pattern that I have done, where is it? This is my herringbone backpack, which I made well over a year ago because I dreamt up and got completely obsessed with this stitch, this herringbone moss stitch. And I just thought, I'll just make a couple of rectangles and pop them together and make a backpack. And that is literally all it is. It's really, really easy. 2 rectangles, you seam them together, and then you put some straps on them. And I have it here. That's my dog barking, if you can hear her. I'm sorry. There must be someone outside. And I did it like a triangle strap, so it's got like D-rings here at the bottom, and then just one strap. But you could, sorry, can you hear me?
Oh, you got my dogs there. Your dog, my dog's going.
She's so loud. I'm so sorry. There must be someone outside. But I thought you could also put the straps across the top as well and wear as like a side bag, maybe. I don't know. And it's just got a clip fastening at the front, but kind of the fastenings are up to you. The idea is just to make a really simple shaped bag, and then just wear it how you like. But my husband has got his eye on this, so I always know I've done a good job when my husband's like, oh, I really like that. He doesn't normally comment on stuff, so I think he's going to nab that one. But yeah, so they're my two designs. And then does someone want to talk, because I'm talking a lot, talk about Claire's design, our lovely guest?
Yes, I can talk about Claire's one because I love it. So this one, I think it's a bit different to all of our other garments, is it, in this issue, because it's worked from the top down. So you start with the neckline, and it's completely seamless, which I love, so no seams. And I feel like this one would be kind of your go-to staple for every day, because it's just a lovely classic design. And I'm not sure what yarn she used, I kind of can't remember, but I know it's something very soft.
It was a red heart.
Oh yes, it was super soft, that's it. Yes, I had the word soft in my head, but I couldn't remember what it was. Yeah, so it's lovely, and I think, I'm not sure exactly where her stitch pattern was, but I think it's half double crochet or some variation of it. So very accessible, I would say, for anyone who maybe even hasn't made a garment before. I feel like this would be a really good place to start, because you don't have to worry about the seaming or anything, and you can try it on as you go and make it a little bit longer or shorter. So yeah, it's fabulous. She did an amazing job. I'm so glad that she agreed to contribute a design to this issue.
Yeah, definitely. And you're so right. The top down things, I think people are really scared of, aren't they? But actually they are the most adjustable garments ever.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want to add sleeves, you don't have to add sleeves. You can just stop if you want.
Yeah. Make the sleeves longer, make the torso longer. Yeah. They're trickier to design than they are to make, I feel. There's a lot of maths with the design, but making them, I think you have a lot of customization options.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and it's so stylish, isn't it? And
yeah,
everyone's talking who they are. Oh, this is good. Hang on, how do I find these? Okay. Sorry, I've got people telling us who they are. So it's Katerina, Frankie Kate, who we have worked with. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, she joins us for our blog hops and stuff, doesn't she? So thank you. It's lovely to see you. And Margit is here. She follows us everywhere. You're wonderful, and does testing for lots of crochet designers as well. It's lovely to have such a huge amount of support in all of our groups. So thank you, everyone. And then, someone else has put here, the back pocket looks really nice, unisex design. Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with it. I wanted it to be kind of accessible to everyone, but you could mess around with the colors, couldn't you, to suit people and stuff. I just went with a really neutral color to kind of fit into our earth theme. And then we've got Christina saying, I just like pressing the buttons. I'm really excited by this. The issue of the magazine is so beautiful. Thank you, Christina.
Thank you.
Yeah, we work really hard, don't we, to put the put everything we can into this and make it a really beautifully formatted digital magazine, because we all like stuff looking really nice, don't we? That's why we make stuff for ourselves. That's why we design stuff. So we feel like it's really important to put together something really beautiful for you to read and for you to enjoy. So that's what we've done, and we're very excited to be launching it, our third issue. It feels very grown up now, doesn't it, that we've got to number 3 already?
Yes, and it's flown. I can't believe that we're on the third one. Oh my goodness.
I know the year's almost over. We're almost on to our fourth one. Guys, can you believe it? Like, it was just this little idea, and it's spawned into this really big, beautiful thing that we do. I just love it.
It's amazing. And we have number 4 is already in the works. We know exactly what we're making, what we're doing. So, and if you get the magazine, you'll see some teasers at the end there as to what's on our hooks already. Because it takes such a long time, doesn't it, to design and then get it all ready and then put the magazine together. So that's already in the pipeline, and we've got next year is all planned and sorted. It's very exciting. We quite giddy, don't we, choosing colours. Like we had the best call the other week, like just going, shall we use these colours? Let's use those colours. It's my favourite game.
Yes, and so nice to have kind of full control over what we do as well. You know, every issue that we do, we just get to pick all the colours and the theme, and yeah, it's really nice. It's good to be able to exercise those creative muscles that kind of maybe in day-to-day life we're just letting sit there a little bit, and this really just lets you get it all out. So I love it.
Definitely. And that Margie has asked, does the magazine come with a subscription, or can you get it as a single purchase? So at the moment, they're just single purchases, but we do have a say, if you buy this issue, then you will get a discount on the previous issues. You can get a discount on them. But once we've had our full year complete, our plan is to put together some kind of subscription option, isn't it? We just need to figure out how that's going to happen. But yeah, that's definitely in the pipeline, because there are lots of people asking for it, which is a wonderful thing. So yeah, so did we talk about everything? Did we tell everyone? So going into the giveaway, that's the number one. Number one thing is go and get your copy of the magazine, obviously. And shall I pop the link back in the chat then again? So if anyone's joining later on, you can go and grab it, and you will get yourself, if you get it before the end of Sunday, you will get yourself a $30 gift voucher for more crochet patterns from all of us. And yeah, we've braved it. We've done our first live together, and it's been great fun. And I just love talking about crochet and like what we're doing, because we're so passionate about this. And I think as crochet business owners, it's really important that we actually tell you, actually tell our audience what we're doing and why we're doing it. Because if we don't do that, you don't know, and you can't join in with us and share in our passion for it. So yeah, so I'm very happy to be here with you both. And is there anything else that I've missed, or we've missed, or we should say?
I don't think you've missed anything. I do want to say thank you so much for hosting, Hannah. I was incredibly nervous to be here, so it was really good to have you kind of come in and host and run everything for us and kind of get us through our very first live. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you, Hannah. Yes, I was also very nervous, but it's actually been fun. Thank you so much.
When you say about, don't be nervous, like it's really easy to say don't be nervous, but then actually not being nervous is a different thing, isn't it? Like I'm going to put this last comment up from Suzanne here. You can see you put a lot of love and craftsmanship into the magazine. I really didn't want to, but I'm going to buy my third issue. Thank you for enthusiasm.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Oh, that's so
much, Suzanne.
That's so sweet.
That's lovely. I'm so glad, and we really hope that you really enjoy it. We hope you enjoy all of the patterns and all of the articles, because that's a huge part of it for us now, isn't it? The articles and the other stuff. It's not just a collection, because I think there's lots of things out there, aren't there, for people, like you can get sets of patterns and all that kind of stuff, but we want this to be more. We want it to be much, much more. So if that's what you're looking for, then come with us, because we have so much to give you right now and in the coming years. So thank you everyone for joining us, and we will be back, because I'll force you both to come back.
It'll be easier the next time. You won't have to twist our arms so much.
We were talking before we started that we wanted to just sort of bail. We'll just
run away. We hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, whatever time it is for you, and we'll see you all again soon. Take care.
Bye.